Alrighty folks, Pliskin here, and today I'm going to be talking about some things that are coming up and I'm going to do. Alright, first thing, got the M1A here out on the table, and I have him out on the table because I'm hoping to do a upgrade to him that will greatly benefit me as a M1A user and my rifle as a whole. What I am planning on doing is I'm going to look and see if I can find a extended bolt release for the M1A on Midway USA and order that in, and that will essentially, what that does is it puts like a button here, and when the bolt is locked back to the rear, it's forward now. I can't really pull it back because of the way I have it set up, but when the bolt is pulled back to the rear, instead of moving my finger off the trigger and up and around to pull the charging handle, I will be able to just simply hit the button like up here with my offhand thumb, and that will send the bolt home, much like the AR-15, like my dad's AR here. It puts one of these, a bolt release, on there. He also added the bipod to his AR-15 and it looks pretty cool. And he's got a Vikings tactical sling on his now as well. So he's got his AR-15 ready to go. But that's what I intend to do for the M1A, is I am intending to put a bolt release on the M1A, make it like an AR-15 in that regard, so that way I wouldn't have to just keep reaching up with my trigger finger to let the bolt home over here on the other side. I would just simply, bring my thumb back and hit that button and send it home. So basically the M1A would have two ways of sending the bolt home instead of one like the AR-15. In other news, I have recently purchased some brand new production Remington core locked 308 150 grain PSP pointed soft point bullets. It was pretty expensive, but I was out of town. I was up at a gun store, and that is the most ammo I have seen in stock in like since 2020. This is all new production Remington 700 308 core locked PSP ammo from Vista Outdoors. They own Remington now. They own Remington's arm plant. I forget who owns the Remington. It may be Vista Outdoors, I don't know. I forget who owns the factory itself that makes the rifles, but I do know that the factory that makes the ammo now is Vista Outdoors. And Marlin went to Ruger, and then Bushmaster and DPMS Panther Arms went to Bushmaster, or not Bushmaster, to Wyndham Weaponry. I had a brain fart there. So there'll be more oracles in the future when Wyndham Weaponry starts working them out. That's what I last read in an article. I could be wrong now. I mean, things could change, but I'm just telling you guys how I heard it the last time. But anyway, I've got this new Remington core locked 308, and I am going to mark it. I think you guys ought to too. I'm going to take like a piece of tape or a Sharpie and write on this that this is new production post 2020, like 2020 post 2020. And the reason I am doing that is there's been stories of guys buying new factory ammunition that's like brand new for 2021, and the quality control on it has suffered terribly because these ammo factories are running this stuff out of the factory as hard and as fast as they can, and mistakes are going to happen because they got to get. They're basically, they're stretched to the limit producing what they've got. And that means mistakes will happen. So we got to be, mindful of that. And I've bought a lot of 308 recently. I say recently, it's been over the course of several months. But I'm going to go back and find the new boxes that I bought and mark, like post 2020, 2021 new ammo on it or something to let me know that, like, when I reach in my 40mm can and pull this out, it's brand new, and to be mindful of it when I shoot it, because there might be a defect in this and I'm not aware of. And we have cleaned all this 9mm. We took it to the tumbler. All these shells, every one of these 9mm are empty shells that I've been collecting from our local range and other ranges for the past, hell, I don't know, like 8 years, since I was still in high school, basically. Because I knew one day I would end up with a 9mm. And here it is. SP01. I knew I'd end up with a 9mm. So I was collecting range brass in advance because I knew one day I would own one. And now that I do, I have all this brass to reload. So I'm going to have a lot of food for Mr. SP01 here. I love that handgun. So yes, I'm going to be reloading all that. And I've been looking for 9mm bullets that are a little heavier, from like 124 to 147. I'll still make a bunch of 115s too. But that's something I've been, we've been doing. And I've got the SP01 out here to, just basically for show. Because it would just look cool next to the M1A. And, it kind of goes with the ammo sitting there. Well, anyway, figured that I'd do this little update since I haven't uploaded in about 5 days. Figured it was time to, take some, to make a video, let y'all know I'm still around. YouTube. YouTube has been a little bitch lately. I have talked with Andy Prairie Dog and Gears and Guns, and both of them, and me included as well, both of us have, well, all three of us really have started noticing, a decline in our views and going down and down. And I attribute that to, I had like 3 theories in my head. Like, okay, one, ammo is scarce. Ammo is scarce. So people aren't watching gun videos anymore because, if you can't buy ammo and shoot yourself, why, you're not going to really want to watch people shooting guns on YouTube. You're going to go start doing other things. So that was one theory that I had. Second theory I had was, okay, well, the COVID, all the quarantine and stuff is lifted in most places, and everybody's going back to works, and because in 2020, from like March 2020 till like January of 2021, my views were going up, and they stayed at about 6,000 views a day, or no, 6,000 views a week. And then there, right as January 2021 hit, they started going down. So, I kind of figured, okay, well, things are calming down in the country, and they are for the most part. Mask regulations are, being turned away, and people are, able to go back out to work and leave the house and go do other stuff, so they're not going to be watching YouTube. That's another one I figured. And then the third one, I'm kind of out of it today. But the third one, most likely, is YouTube, since they've been emboldened by Uncle Fucky and the barnyard harlot that now occupy the White House. They're like, oh, well, we're just going to start, drifting traffic away from these conservative channels and start, redirecting it to other places. And that's probably the most likely one. And if you bastards are hearing me, you can go fuck yourself. You're not running me off, and you're not running anybody else off. We're going to keep making gun videos. So, that is my video. I figured I'd add that little part in there because I've been kind of wanting to talk about that. And, you know, I think because I've noticed when I upload a video, nowhere near as many people, you know, watch it when I used to upload one. It takes I mean, yeah, they still get views. A lot of the views I've posted in like the past couple months since January have gotten up to around 100, 200 views. And that takes time. That's kind of always been the thing with my channel. I'd upload a video and it takes it like a month or two to start gaining traction. Which I'm fine with because, you know, I'd rather have a video that gets views later on as opposed to none. But even still, like after January of, like, you know, January 1st, 2021, I started noticing that views were, you know, lower out the gate than, like, you know, and I think YouTube is not letting my viewers, like, you know, even if you click the bell after you subscribe, I don't think YouTube's letting notifications go through, because Gears and Guns he uploaded like 3 videos there that I didn't even know he had uploaded, you know, because the little bell up in the top right I didn't get no notification that he'd even uploaded. So I went and checked out his channel to see what he was doing, and he'd uploaded 3 videos. I'm like, I didn't even know you uploaded these, man. So YouTube's been pulling the puppet strings a little bit. But with that being said, I'm still going to be making gun videos and uploading. And if you're a gun channel, I recommend that you do so as well. Be defiant. Anyway, this has been Pliskin by 51mm. I'll see you guys all in the next video.